This 2022 McLaren F1 car has a V10 engine. I did this by taking the 2022 car, swapping the current V6 turbo ICE for a generic V10 engine from the year 2000. And then also swapping the gearbox, because otherwise it didn't work. I did however keep the hybrid systems in place, so it has nearly the same amount of power as the current power unit. But remember, the characteristics of the engine are quite different. Before we go to track, remember that if you enjoyed this video, consider liking this video and subscribing. For you it's only a few clicks, but for me it really makes my day. Let's take it for a lap of Spa. First of all, you can see there that it understeers quite heavily into the source. This is because the engine braking on this car is quite different from the original power unit. Also, it is even heavier than the current 2022 cars. On the Camel Straight, we can see that the V10 hybrid is able to keep accelerating. It achieves a higher top speed than the V6. By the way, if you want to enjoy the pure sounds of this thing without commentary, check the top right hand corner. This is where things get tricky. Thanks to the already twitchy nature of the 2022 car, the fact that all of the power is in the higher revs, and the fact that traction control was not yet a thing in this engine, we can see that getting on the power is very difficult, even in the medium to high speed corners. It kinda feels like big turbo lag, which is strange because this car does not have a turbo. If you look at my steering inputs, you can see that I have to be very delicate with continuous little corrections on the steering wheel and the throttle pedal. It reminds me of the actual pre-traction control V10 cars. On the back straight, we can see again that the engine is able to hold its own very well. We do a lap time in the 1:46 range, which is almost 3 seconds faster than what I did in my 2022 versus 2015 video. By the way, if you haven't seen that one, it's a good one. There's a link to that in the top right hand corner right now. To be honest, I think most of the time is gained when we are above 200 kph. The V6 just struggles a little bit more with the high drag at that speed. Anyways, that was it for this video. You got any more ideas about what little experiments I should do? You can tell me in the channel's Discord server. Link to that is in the description. Also, a big thanks to my patron on Patreon. If you like my racing content and want to support my real life racing, please check out my Patreon page, I would appreciate it very much. There are 2 other videos on screen right now that you might enjoy, but for now, that was it. Peace.